Good evening, and welcome to the City Council meeting for Tuesday, February 17th. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a prayer from Councilor Parker.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, we thank you for our many blessings. Please watch over our citizens and all those who protect us. Be with this council tonight. Guide us in our decisions so that they are correct and of benefit to our city. Help us, Lord, to be worthy of your blessings. Amen.
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 Thank you, Mr. Parker. First, we'll begin with the approval of the minutes from our meeting on February the 2nd.
Got to take roll.
Call the roll, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Call the damn
Yes, we
roll.
should, shouldn't we?
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm just so excited.
Got Goss,
Here.
Lucinda Wright,
Present.
Bill Engel.
Here.
Larry Parker.
Here.
Ann Taylor.
Here.
Gary Turner.
Here.
Jane Bumbelow.
Here.
Justin Burkhart.
Here.
And Jerry Purcell.
Here.
All are in favor, or all here.
Started it off right. All right, now approval of the minutes for our meeting on February the 2nd. At this point, you've had time to review. Are there any questions, comments, concerns?
Mr. President,
Mr. Engel?
if there are no questions or additions, I move that we approve the minutes of the regular meeting of February 2nd.
Second.
September.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from our regular meeting on February the 2nd. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. At this time, we'll make an adjustment to the agenda, and I'd like to invite Mayor Oler for a presentation.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. Tonight we have commendations of some citizens and first responders who acted bravely recently. So I'll start with the citizens, and then Chief Weatherly will present commendations to the firefighters, and Chief Kinder commendations to the, police officers and firefighters, you know what I mean. So on behalf of the City of Richmond, I would like to extend my deepest appreciation to our first responders and the courageous citizens who stepped in to prevent a suicide on Monday, January 5th. Their quick thinking, calm demeanor, and willingness to act in a critical moment made all the difference. By not only reassuring the individual, but by working together to prevent him from jumping or falling, they demonstrated extraordinary compassion, bravery, and commitment to the safety of others. Our first responders put themselves in harm's way every day to protect this community, and this incident is a powerful reminder of their dedication. We are equally grateful to the citizens who did not hesitate to assist. Their actions reflect the strength, unity, and heart of our community. Most importantly, we're thankful that this situation ended safely. Incidents like this also remind us of the importance of checking in on one another and ensuring that those who may be struggling know that help and support are available. We are proud of everyone involved and grateful for their service, commitment, and compassion. So now I'd like to invite Nathan Glenn, if you're in the audience, to come forward. Is Nathan here? Okay. I will read this one, and we'll hand out all the others as we go along. So this is Richmond, Indiana Certificate of Commendation presented to, and then all the others, in recognition of your courageous and selfless actions and appreciation of your outstanding dedication, service, and commitment. Your heroic efforts have made a meaningful and lasting impact on the city of Richmond. We commend you for your professionalism, leadership, and positive contributions to our community, given this day, signed by the mayor, countersigned by Council President Justin Burkhart. Brian Knutson? Brian, thank you for your service.
Of course. Thank you.
Want a picture of your family here, anybody?
No, I don't have.
Okay, you're on the meeting. Here, picture right here. Here, stand here. We'll get it. Here, shake my hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the other citizen instrumental in all this is Kyle Lamb.
My kids.
Okay, hi. There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We get a picture with it
Yep.
here. Shake hands or.
Be it.
Great example for your children. Now, Chief Weatherly.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. President, Council. So I'm going to keep my comments just short and before we get started. So in law enforcement, I speak for myself when I say this. We experience highs and lows along the course of our career. Some of the lows we wish we could forget. The highs we'll never forget. Tonight is one of those highs. Tonight we celebrate the exceptional work that our law enforcement and first responders put in on a daily basis. So with that, I want to read something kind of encompasses what was seen in the eyes of the shift supervisor, a true leader, if you will. On January 5th, 2026, officers Kiefer Uphouse, Chris Cooper, William Purcell, Zach Ponder, and Sergeant Andrew McLean responded to the G Street Bridge in reference to a suicidal subject. Officer Uphouse, who was the first officer on scene, observed an individual who was impaled hanging over the bridge on the outside of the safety fence. Officer Uphouse ran to the individual who was being held onto by three selfless members of the community. Those individuals were Nathan Glenn, Brian Knudsen, and Kyle Lamb. Kyle, whose quick thinking, grabbed a tow strap off his tow truck to secure the individual to the railing until help could get there. As officers arrived on scene, they jumped into action by grabbing the impaled individual's upper body and creating a more stable platform to keep the man safe. For approximately 40 minutes, officers stood on top of the bridge railing, clinging to the safety fence, holding on to the individual. Officers kept the man safe, reassured him, gave updates to units on scene, dispatch, and worked flawlessly with the Richmond Fire Department to get the subject down, stabilized, and transported to Reed Health. Once down, officers moved to their follow-up tasks in this event and never quit. These officers were physically fatigued, yet never wavered or lost their composure. While these officers were tending to the subject on the bridge, Officers Stevens and Alexander played pivotal roles gathering the needed information and keeping traffic off the bridge so first responders remained safe while rescuing the individual. While this was a brief, dark moment in one individual's life, this is the shining example of how our first responders and community members come together in a time of need to take care of one of our own. I am truly proud to live and work in this community and stand beside you all. Sergeant Andrew McLean. So that is the eyes of the leader on scene. He was just part of it. The others played pivotal roles. They saved a life, and that's what they do. So I'm going to ask Lieutenant Austin Lips to assist me in this. We'll start with Sergeant Andrew McLean.
That's Glenn.
Officer Eric Kiefer Uphouse. Officer William Purcell. Officer Zachary Ponder was unable to make it this evening. We'll present this to him later on. Officer Chris Cooper. Officer Tyler Alexander. Officer Aaron Stevens. Thank you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
What's that?
the gentleman, Glenn, he's got
He's
it.
not here.
He's
Yeah,
here
he's
now.
here.
He just walked in.
We did.
Yeah.
We'll pull him up after.
This is
If I may, Mr. President, the other citizen, Nathan Glenn, just came in.
Okay,
Come on up, Nathan.
very good.
what a guy.
I said a good thing. All right. We get a picture with the newspaper?
Oler.
Thank you. Thank you for sticking around.
Cool.
Very nice.
Like Chief Weatherly, I'm going to start with the words of the commander of that shift that day. On January 5th, 2026, RFD was dispatched to the G Street Bridge in reference to a suicidal person. Upon arrival, it was discovered that the person was impaled and hanging over the bridge with RPD officers holding onto that person. The incident was turned into a technical rescue to extreme height and position of the victim. Engine 1 Lieutenant Kyle Vickers, along with Engine 1 firefighter Nick Carrizales and Gabe Morris, assisted in setting up a rope rescue system with Truck 1 personnel Zach Robinson and Travis Delk. Engine 4 Lieutenant John Lakes coordinated the cutting of the object the person was impaled on. Engine 4 Jim Bratton and Lieutenant Jeremy Blake assisted in cutting the object. Medic 1 personnel Caleb Hardman and Grace Townsend, along with Medic 5 personnel Joshua Scott and Alex Carrizales, assisted in patient care, along with Unit 25 Chief Nick Arbogast. Battalion Chief Jerry Benjamin was incident command. The person was lowered to safety on the bridge without further harm and transported to Reed Hospital, where the person was transported via medical hospital. The individual involved was released from the hospital 2 days later. The incident was a very high-stress technical rescue situation with a positive outcome where a life was truly saved. I give praise to the members of Richmond Police Department and Richmond Fire Department the highest honor of good job. And to the civilians, know this, you made a difference, and we thank you. A lot of us are on duty right now, they're out, so I will give who's here their accommodation. Caleb Harmon is out on a call right now. He's not here. Grace Townsend is also on a medical call. Oh, are they walking in?
Start over.
Here, Caleb, come on up here. Sorry, I missed you in the... Joshua Scott. Alex Carrizales.
Timing.
Timing is all of life.
That's funny.
Yeah, baby.
John Lakes is out. Yeah, John Lakes and Gay Morris aren't here right now. Jim Bratton is not here right now. He's on run. Jeremy Blake is not here. Battalion Chief Jerry Benjamin. CES Chief Nick Arbogast.
Is that all, Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. President. One quick side note, I was there for about 30 minutes, and the state police and sheriff's department were also helpful. I'll leave that up to their commanders to make comments, but right at the end of it, our own code enforcement came rather quickly and covered up that gap in the fence to prevent it from being used by somebody else. So kudos to code enforcement, too, for coming out in a moment's notice and securing the scene also afterwards.
Thank you. So again, for all those that are here and not here, can we give them one more round of applause for their quick? Thank you again. At this point in time, we're entering the presentation of petitions, memorials, complaints, introduction, motion, resolution. And first, I would like to invite Lucas Gosnell to talk about the curbs and sidewalks maintenance.
Hello, my name is Lucas Gosnell. I live at 1018 Perry Street on the far southern side of town, and these past couple of weeks have been difficult, not just because of the various things that have been happening. That storm that came in was devastating. Lord willing, there will not be any more snow like that again in the future, but it has been a very difficult problem. I don't drive. My parents don't either. My dad and my uncle are epileptic. I walk everywhere I need to go, and for the most part, it gets me where I need to go. But every time I've tried recently, over the past several weeks, to just get here or to any of the other places, just to have or go to any public meeting, I found myself in a dangerous position multiple times. I've had to walk in the street. I've almost fallen over many times. I've had to scale piles of snow taller almost than myself on the curbs that were just piled up there over and over again, not able to avoid it through any other method. And, that's me. I'm a pretty young, energetic guy. My dad and uncle couldn't possibly have gotten through any of that, and no one else I know could either. When I was riding the bus, that was the complaint I heard every single day. People in dangerous situations, constantly having to make horrible choices because the sidewalks were so full of snow everywhere that they could go that it was too difficult to actually do anything. And that's not even including the awful state that the sidewalks were in beforehand in a lot of places. I don't even have a sidewalk that connects to the main street in one of the places that I leave onto. On the other side from my house, the sidewalks are destroyed. And every time I talk to people, the thing that I keep being given is that it's the property owner's responsibility to maintain those sidewalks. And truthfully, I understand that. I really do. But it's not like I can go down the door and just knock on every house and be like, hey, plow your sidewalk so I can actually walk. Or hey, I need you to fix these cracks so that my uncle doesn't have his scooter completely messed up or having to drive into the middle of the street for it. It's very difficult to imagine doing that. And I'm willing to work with anything that needs to be done to help fix that. But I don't know if this is a sustainable circumstance for that one. Even with the idea that the snow was a very, very rare occasion, I dislike it how often people are just straight up telling me, well, it'll probably never happen again. And that's that. As though that's a solution, and it's not. Not to say anything hasn't been done amazing. For what it's worth, the bike trails being plowed like they were was a godsend for my ability to actually walk safely. And I know how hard that work is in general. And I wanted to make it clear here that I do not want to put down any of the really difficult work done to keep those streets safe. It's just still very difficult and dangerous to get around in spite of all of that. And that was true before the snow in a lot of places.
Thank you for those comments, Lucas. And I guess I would start with the mayor, if you have any comments from the street department side of things.
Well,
Can I jump in?
yeah.
I appreciate the frustrations, and I saw that firsthand when schools were delayed and closed and people having to walk through the roads. However, our local ordinances as well as state law does place that onus on the property owners, and unfortunately, it's just untenable for the street department to be able to clear every single sidewalk. They were working around the clock to try to clean the roads, and so again, I appreciate the frustrations. It's a conversation that we can have to see how we might be able to assist in some capacity, but to place that entire burden on the street department, they're already taxed in those situations, so it's just a difficult situation all around.
Mr. Stickman, would that be more of a code enforcement?
That's what I was thinking.
No, if anyone were to do it, it would be the street department. I don't know that we have a ordinance on the books that would levy a fine for not clearing sidewalks, but again, it's a conversation that we can have.
Specific to the accountability piece, is there any of that there, or doesn't sound like it?
Not of which I am aware, but we continue to move the new recodification project toward the finish line. So that's, again, a conversation we can fold into that.
That's great. Open it up to council for any comments. Back to Lucas.
Mr. President,
Mr. Purcell?
I definitely understand what Mr. Lucas is saying. Of the evenings, I would drive US 40, and people would be walking with the traffic in the street with dark clothes on. And sooner or later, someone's going to get hit in that situation. Another problem we have is that even if you shovel your walks, the plow trucks recover your sidewalks. And that is compressed ice. That's not snow, and no individual in a home is going to be able to move that, or it's very difficult. Then also, because of the amount of snow, our plow trucks were pushing it onto the curbs, blocking the, where you come on and off the streets to the sidewalks. And I happen to know because I do quite a bit of snow blowing for our neighborhood. But I will say that it is a responsibility of homeowners to try to deal with this. And I talked to code enforcement about it, and I do think we need to enforce code on it. And if we have to change the rules to enforce code, we have to do that. And I did get a call from my neighbor, Curtis Wong. I don't know if anyone knows Curtis. But Curtis is 89 years old, and he shoveled a block with his snow blower. So it could be done. And he wanted me to mention that.
Thank you.
Mr. Turner, did you have a?
Oh, I was just going to say, I walk 5 miles a day, and if you want to walk on cleared sidewalks, go to Earlham College. All the sidewalks are clear there.
But that doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Any other comments? Thank you for your time. We'll certainly have more conversation on this in
Yeah.
the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With a little bit of discussion with resolution number 9, which is next on the agenda, very similar to the ordinance 11 and ordinance 12. Do you want to go ahead and address 9 at this point?
Do you want to go ahead with the mayor and all that, and then we'll read them all together?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Then we'll go to communications with the mayor.
I have nothing else for Brett other than accommodations. That was all I had tonight.
Does council have any questions or comments for the mayor? Okay. At this point, we also, in our packet, received the minutes from the January 29th meeting of the Board of Public Works and Safety. Are there any comments or questions from that meeting? Hearing none, are there any reports from department heads, standing committees, special committees, and/or organizations? Hearing none. Then we'll go ahead and move on to ordinance number 1, 2026.
Mr. President,
Mr. Goss.
I move that we suspend the rules and read ordinance 1, 2026, 11, 2026, and 12, 2026 by title only.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to read ordinance 1, 2026, 11, 2026, and ordinance 12, 2026 by title only. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance number 1, 2026, a special ordinance amending the zoning map for a certain parcel from medium-density, single-family residential district and for a certain parcel from Parks and Recreation District, both to high-impact district.
Is there anyone here that would like to speak to ordinance 1, presenting on ordinance 1?
Good evening.
Joanne Baroker, Zoning Administrator, Infrastructure and Development. On ordinance number 1, 2026, like they said, is zoning map amendment for RP&L. They want to combine those two parcels into high impact, and then we want this to go to Plan Commission on the 25th. Refer to Plan Commission for approval, and then we'll come back here.
Any questions from council?
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. Purcell.
I went out and took a look at this land, and to give people kind of an idea, the Liberty Avenue piece, if you go back there, there's a residential area. They have a bridge that is privately owned, which would not support trucks, et cetera, going back to those properties. And the particular property in question is between two residential properties. And what RP&L did is they acquired that. Now, the part that's on US 27 is actually at the very back and a small piece of the golf course. And that I could see us changing over the zoning on it, but I don't see how we would be using that residential lot in the future. I understand that they purchased it because of the fact that they're going to do the ash cleanup, and they didn't want complaints from that neighbor, so they purchased that piece of ground. And I just wondered if there's any possibility that we could leave that piece of ground out of this rezoning, and when we're done with the ash cleanup, since it's not going to have ash put on it, nor does it have ash on it at this time, if we could resell that property to put it back on the tax rolls, or what the problem with that would be.
Mr. President,
Mr. Turner.
that's likely to be used as a retention area, runoff, and that's why we want to combine it with the rest of the property.
Very good, thank you.
There is a letter from Tony Foster regarding this.
There's two ponds on that property, so.
Thank you. Any other questions? We will go ahead and refer to the Plan Commission.
Ordinance number, do you want to do resolution with this first?
Yes.
Okay, resolution number 9, declaration of official intent to reimburse expenditures.
So after discussing with Beth, we are going to refer this to the Finance Committee so that they will review in 2 weeks and then a presentation to follow from there.
Ordinance number 11, 2026, an ordinance of the City of Richmond, Indiana, authorizing the issuance of general revenue bonds for the purpose of providing funds to acquire, construct, and install park and recreation improvements, together with all necessary appurtenances, related improvements, and equipment, providing for the safeguarding of bonds, other matters connected herewith, and repealing ordinances inconsistent herewith. I think I read the whole thing.
Title only. Did you have any? This one will also, ordinance 11 will also be referred to the Finance Committee, which they'll have a greater presentation in 2 weeks.
Ordinance number 12, 2026, an ordinance of the City of Richmond appropriating the proceeds of the general revenue bond anticipation notes of 2026.
Ordinance 12 will also be referred to the Finance Committee for a presentation 2 weeks from today. I don't believe there's any ordinances on second reading. Is there any miscellaneous business?
Move for adjournment.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
You're watching WGTV Channel 11, part of the Whitewater Community Television family of stations.